The mainstream media has been consistently pushing the narrative of global warming, often using alarmist tactics to convince the public of its imminent dangers. However, beneath the surface of this crusade lies a more sinister motive: control. By perpetuating the notion that human activities are catastrophically harming the planet, the mainstream media aims to manipulate public opinion and shape the global agenda. This essay will explore the reasons behind the mainstream media's attempts to control us with global warming propaganda. One of the primary reasons the mainstream media pushes the global warming narrative is to justify increased government intervention in our lives. By portraying human activities as the primary cause of climate change, the media creates a sense of urgency and panic, which in turn provides a pretext for governments to implement draconian policies and regulations. These policies often involve significant increases in taxation, stringent controls on energy consumption, and draconian restrictions on individual freedoms. The media's constant drumbeat of climate change hysteria serves to justify these measures, convincing the public that they are necessary to prevent an impending environmental catastrophe. Another reason the mainstream media promotes global warming propaganda is to advance the interests of wealthy elites and corporations. The shift towards renewable energy, for example, has created a lucrative market for companies involved in the production and installation of solar panels and wind turbines. These companies, often with significant ties to the mainstream media, use their influence to shape public opinion and promote policies that benefit the bottom line. The media's constant promotion of climate change alarmism serves to create a sense of urgency, which in turn drives demand for these products and services. The mainstream media also uses global warming propaganda to distract from more pressing issues and maintain the status quo. By focusing on climate change, the media diverts attention away from issues such as economic inequality, corruption, and social justice. This serves to maintain the power and influence of the existing elite, who benefit from the current system and have a vested interest in preserving it. The constant barrage of climate change news also serves to create a sense of overwhelm and powerlessness, causing individuals to feel that they are unable to effect change and that the problems facing the world are too complex to be addressed. Furthermore, the mainstream media's promotion of global warming propaganda has significant implications for individual freedom and autonomy. The constant portrayal of human activities as harmful to the environment serves to create a sense of guilt and shame, which in turn leads to diminution of personal freedom. People are encouraged to make sacrifices and adopt a more austere lifestyle, under the guise of saving the planet. This not only serves to limit individual choice and autonomy, but also creates a culture of fear and conformity, where those who question the dominant narrative are ostracized and marginalized. In addition, the mainstream media's reliance on dubious and unverifiable climate models serves to further erode trust in the scientific method and undermine critical thinking. The constant repetition of unproven and often debunked claims, such as the notion that 97% of scientists agree on the causes of climate change, serves to create a sense of certainty and consensus, where none exists. This not only undermines the integrity of science but also creates a culture of dogmatic thinking, where dissenting views are dismissed and marginalized. In conclusion, the mainstream media's promotion of global warming propaganda is not a benign attempt to raise awareness about environmental issues. Rather, it is a deliberate attempt to control and manipulate public opinion, serving the interests of wealthy elites and corporations. By creating a sense of urgency and panic, the media justifies increased government intervention, advances the interests of powerful corporations, and distracts from more pressing issues. The implications for individual freedom and autonomy are significant, and it is essential that we approach this issue with a critical and nuanced perspective, recognizing the complex web of interests and motivations that underlie the mainstream media's global warming narrative.